In this exercise, exercise 5, we will create the top of the islands as well as the top of the median. Now to do that, what we want to do, let's zoom in the 2D view. Again, we're going to just create a cap for the concrete islands and the median within our model. In view 1, you can simplify your view by going to the View Attributes button and clicking on the constructions. And you'll notice as you turn those on and turn those off, how it modifies the view and turns off some of the construction elements from the creation of our roadway or intersection model. So we've turned the constructions off. Now we'll focus on the North Island first. And again, we're just simply going to create a terrain model for the top of the island. So what we'll do is go to the Terrain Model Tools. We want to create a new terrain model from Elements. On the dialog box, we will select the feature definition, and we'll browse in the Components folder into the roadway directory. And select the feature definition called Road Pave Concrete. Then we'll give this terrain model a name, and we can just call it North Island if we'd like. And then we'll follow the prompts. And we're going to select the elements to add to the terrain. As you're selecting the elements, it's best to zoom in. Be certain before you actually click on the element, as you hover over it, notice that the element is called Curb Back Top. You just want to be careful and select the back of the curb elements around the interior of the island. And once you have those selected, you right click, move to the next step. Be sure to set the feature type to boundary. Set the maximum triangle leg length to 10 and data point. And now we've created a terrain model from those back of the curb elements, and you can see it here in the 3D model. And that's created the top of that northern island. Now we'll zoom to the South Island and do the same thing. Okay, everything remains the same except we're going to name the terrain model South Island. And now we'll follow the prompts, again being careful that we are selecting the back top of the curb. Data point through the prompts, make the feature type boundary, the maximum triangle leg length 10, and now we can see in the model view, we can see that terrain element. And now we need to do the same thing for the median. Using the same command, the same process, the same feature definition. You want to differentiate the terrain by giving it a different name. So we'll key in median as the name. Again, be careful and locate the back of curb feature. Again, you may have to zoom in to be certain that you pick the right one. Okay, sometimes they don't highlight. That's okay. Just have faith that it's worked. Right click, make sure they are boundary elements. Set the maximum triangle leg length to 10 once more. And there now you can see the terrain model has been created for the top of the median. If you zoom in to the westernmost end of our model, you can rotate the view around and take a look at those components and take a look at the model as it's been constructed.